Hi, this is the help video for Access Chapter 2, Guided Project 2.1. We're picking up on step number 6. So in the prior steps, we created a branches table. We entered some field information, and we began working with the property fields, the property values for various fields. So now we're going to do some input masks, one for the zip field and one for the phone field. So if I click on zip, down here in the property field, I want to select input mask. I'm going to use the ellipses, which represents the build. We're going to save it. And the mask that we want is already built there. It is the zip code input mask, and we're just going to click that, do next. We are going to leave the input mask and so I'm just going to click the next because I want that, and then I am going to save it without the symbols. That's normally the way that I would do it. We're not going to store the hyphen. When we display it, we can always put the hyphen, but we don't need to take space in the file for the hyphen. So I'm going to go ahead and say next and finish it. So I have these all done, and we can do a quick save. Just come up here, and we're going to do the same thing for phone number. So I'm going to click on phone number. I'm going to go down to the properties, find the property that says input mask, click in that cell, go over to the right, find the ellipses, save. Now we're going to use the phone number, which already exists here. So we want phone number. We're going to go ahead and do next. This is the input mask. If you want to try it, you can click down here and see what the mask looks like. We're going to do next and save it without the symbols in the mask. Next, finish, save. So we should be good with all of that. So both of those were fairly easy because we used the mask that was built for those two field types, and that's what you're using. All right, enter records into the branches table. So I have to move from design view into datasheet view. So I'm going to use the view button and just click on the top picture there. It's going to take me over to datasheet view. So I'm going to put one record in, and then I'll put the rest offline, and then we'll come back. But let's do the first one together. So we want branch is Cameron Park, tab 3360 Coach Lane. Cameron Park is the city, and notice how CA is already there. It's already loaded with the default. So the zip code is 9568. Notice 82. Notice the input mask is coming up. That helps me build that, builds the zip code and the phone number. So that's all that input mask does, is helps with that data entry. Notice here I'm typing, well, you can't see, but I'm actually typing the slashes, so that might be something to think about for an input mask. This record is not saved because the pencil is still there. The minute I hit tab and I move to the next row, the pencil's gone. All right, I'm going to enter these and restart the movie after that. So the next thing we're going to do is modify the employee table so that the department is set to 1 of 4. So we're going to open up employee table in design view, and we want to find the department field. If we come over here to short text, we're going to build a lookup. We're going to use the lookup wizard to build the lookup parameters We use this data type to switch to Lookup Wizard, but understand it's still short text. So for this Lookup Wizard, there's only 4 departments, and we're just going to type them in. So I'm going to select I will type in the values. We're going to click Next, and then I'm just going to type these in. Administration, down arrow. Oops, got a typo. Administration, down arrow, health and benefits, down arrow, insurance, sales, down arrow, property and casualty, and then we down arrow because we want that pencil gone. Now we can select Next. We're going to keep it department, and we want to limit it to list, meaning that a department other than those 4 cannot be entered. So we're going to go ahead and do that and finish. So we built our lookup, but notice it's back to short text, right? It never really left that. So we have all of step 9 done, and then we're going to look at what step 10 is going to do here. So I'm going to save this table. And we're going to verify the existence of a foreign key and create a one-to-many relationship between branches and employees. So first of all, let's talk about the foreign key. So we want to open up branches in Design View. So in the branches table, branch is short text of 30, and it's the primary key. If we go to employees, there's the branch field, short text 30. They match, they are the same data. So in the employee table, the branch field is considered a foreign key. So I'm going to change this and say must match a branch in the branches table. So because in the branches table, branch is a primary key, and it's not the primary key in the employee table. It is what's considered a foreign key. So I want to type that and save, and then I need to get out of any of my tables, because the next thing we're going to do is go to Database Tools and Relationships, and when you are manipulating relationships, you have to have the underlying objects closed. So I went ahead and did add tables. Yours might come up with those already here. Either way, you either have to add them so you can see them, or they automatically show up. You want to make sure you're on tables, branches, employees. Good. Then we're going to open these up so we can see. And let's talk about what this means. So the branch is a primary key. So there's only one record for each branch in this table. However, there may be many employees for that branch. So it would be one to many. And then if we're thinking backwards, an employee is only assigned to a single branch. So I'm going to do branch to branch. It's going to come up and say branches branch, employees branch, so we know we're good. If you had accidentally hit something different, you could use this, click, do the down arrow, and pick branch. We're going to enforce referential integrity and cascade updates. We're not going to do cascade deletes. I do want you to see that it is a one-to-many relationship, which is what we said. One branch could have many employees. Go ahead and do create. The fact that there's a line between the two means that they're related. The 1 and infinity means that referential integrity is established. I want to save that, close that. So now my tables are connected. So if I open up the branch and I look at Cameron Park, I can see I clicked on the plus sign. Here's all the employees for Cameron Park. If I open that, it's Folsom, right? So they're related. So that's super cool. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We want to open up employees and type in a new record. So, oh, and I already had it. I'm sorry, I already typed it. This 200, Timothy Hansen. So when we look at branches and we look at Cameron Park, Timothy would be there, right? So take a second, type this information in, and you're good. So if we open up branches in Datasheet View and click on the All button, that's the button to the left of branch and above the first row, and go between any two fields where you get a line with the arrows going left and right, and double click, it will resize your columns so that they are auto fit. So they'll be big enough to fit all the datas in the heading. So now at this point, we want to do a print preview. So File, Print, we want to do Print Preview, and right now it's set to Portrait. We want to change it to Landscape so we can see the data. You don't need to print, you never need to print, but you do need to set the print up. So if I close it and I go back and do it again, File, Print, Print Preview, it's back in Landscape. So that's good. It's saved it. We're going to close, save, close, and now we can upload this project to, you need to close out of Access. You never want to have it open when you're uploading it. Upload your file. Mine's in Downloads. Open it, and it will upload. Yes, I want to grade it, and it'll go through and grade it, and you'll see your grade. You either need to correct it or you don't. All right, thank you.